Well, good morning, good morning. Got the biggest mess you ever saw in this kitchen. Trying to get all this done and that done, and let me get my apron. So, happy St. Patrick's Day to each and every one of you. May try to make something after a while. Like grandmother used to make corned beef and cabbage and that kind of thing. Let me get my microphone put besides on my pajamas. I'm still in my pajamas, but that's okay. Let me get a little drink so I won't have a dry mouth. Good cold water this morning. Let me get I've already got the eggs, but I'm going to tell y'all something I found. Today we're going to use these Vital Farms pasture raised, tended by hand, farmers who care, large eggs. Now, we're going to check these out. I just wanted to see how farm raised they were, you know. And I'm not sure exactly. It's from vitalfarms.com, so I guess we'll find out how good they are. I'm going to just make 3 today. Scrambled eggs. Then, this Better Goods Stronger Kids Organic Whole Milk. I tasted of this that somebody had. That's the best milk I've ever had in my life. I imagine it's probably pretty expensive, but my friend got this and at the one of the whatever you call it, where you go get food, and it's the best milk. I don't know if y'all have ever tried that Better Good Strong Kids Organic Whole Milk, but I'm gonna tell you, it's good. It is good. So today, right now, I'm gonna crack my eggs. I got my tea steeping. Boiled us some teas for our good iced tea, and I'm going to. Ooh, them are bright orange yolks. And they're good shells. You know, after the pandemic, you couldn't hardly break an egg without it going all over the place because the shells were so thin. I guess they were so many eggs had gone through that they just couldn't feed the chickens enough, because you have to feed them shell, you know, and stuff out in the chicken yard. But those are beautiful eggs. Let's just do a little pepper, a little salt. So I wonder what y'all are going to do for St. Patrick's Day. It's just another day around here, but you know, we do. We like good food. So, you know how it is when you like good food. I'm looking for my always something, aren't I? I'm going to get my bone knife, my serrated knife, because I'm going to set these eggs right here we go. And I'm going to get a croissant. Now these are the market side croissants because I'm not going to sit here and make these anymore. I am just not going to do it. when you can get them at the Walmart or the Sam's, a lot cheaper. So I'm just gonna take them and cut them open there like that. That's all there is to it, as they say. And let me get my eggs and put them back in the refrigerator, ice box, whatever else you want to call it. And let me get I forgot to get our butter. We've got to have butter, y'all. Can't do without butter. And let me think, what else was I gonna? Well, this butter. I'm trying. There it comes. Stick. I'm using stick butter. It's not because I've given up on challenging, not at all. It's just that they haven't had it where I shop. I could have got it yesterday in another town, but I'm gonna get the butter plate. So I just bought this Brahms butter, and I'll nuke it just for a second in the microwave, and then I can spread it. I've got those butter bells and all that thing, but sometimes your body, that too. Sometimes your life gets so busy, as mine is. It's quite busy. My daddy always said, my life's so busy it's worse than a one-legged man in an ass-kicking contest. Well, that's the way mine's kind of become, because, having to deal with this damn cancer, and then keeping the house together and running and taking care of your 93, soon to be 94-year-old mama, curling her hair and washing her clothes and loving her, and then the cats, and then cooking and mowing the yard and keeping this and that done. That's why the house is so cram-packed full, because I don't ever get a chance to go through this stuff. But I'm trying. I'm really trying. So, okay, we've kind of melted our butter a little bit. I'm going to give the case knife here, and I'm just going to take some of this butter and just put it on our just going to put it on, and I'm going to lay these on our pan. Let me turn that kind of sideways, because this butter, see, that spreads good. I like that Brahms butter. Y'all, a lot of you probably don't have the Brahms store, because I think it's an Oklahoma family that owns it. But you can heat these in your pan too. But I want them a little more. We're going to have grape jelly with these. Can't do without grape jelly, apple jelly, grape jelly, jelly. So I just put them on a baking dish, and got those on the baking dish. And I'm going to put those in my oven and let it toast. I'm just going to toast them here in this little toaster oven, and we'll just toast them a minute. And let's turn the pan. Look at these beets I got. Now, a lot of y'all probably don't like beets, but they're good for you. Now, I was going to tell you all about my doctor's appointment yesterday. My numbers have gone up dramatically for the better. He said, I don't know what you're doing, or what you're taking, but whatever you're doing or whatever you're taking, your numbers have floored me. My AST, my ALT, everything is normal. I said, well, I'll tell you what it is. It's what we're eating. It's what I'm cooking and what we're eating and what we're not eating. We're not eating fast food. We're not eating store stabilized products. We're not eating canned soups with all that sodium. We're not eating cereals in the morning with iron fortified, because you don't need all that. That iron, if you need iron, he told me to get gentle iron, that it would help me if I wanted to get gentle iron. So that's what I'm going to do, is I'm going to get a supplement of gentle iron. He said it has a little B12 in it and a little calcium in it, but nothing that would affect you. And he said, we're not going to do those infusions anymore since you had such a bad reaction with that iron. He said, but I'm going to tell you, your numbers you were like at 6 and now you're like at 18. So whatever you're eating, I said, because of the spinach, the fresh green spinach, y'all see me putting those quiches. The pickled beets are not pickled. The beets in the water, these are natural. And I'll cut them and peel them and boil them down. It'll be just like those beets that I've used forever in the can by Libby's. He said, well, I don't know what you're doing. But he said, keep doing it. So we're going to keep doing it, y'all. Y'all better get on this train with me if you want your health to get cleared out. Give up those soda pops now. I haven't had a Coke since the last time y'all saw me have one, 3 weeks ago, probably. I drank lemon water and lime water. Occasionally those little Kool-Aids I like, little Great Value Kool-Aids. And I've changed to this stevia powder. Now, this is not the stevia you get just at the store that's got that air thermos in it or whatever. This is straight stevia powder. And my friend she ordered me some seeds for the stevia plants. So when I can get them growing out here by the garden where I put the tomatoes or the asparagus, then you take that and just harvest it and grind it up. But there is, which I'm allergic to ragweed and a few things in southern flowers, but it's been many years. Used to take those shots. Everybody took allergy shots, but I don't take anything for my allergies. I don't even take the little red sinus pills because they're so bad for my liver. I don't do it. And but what I was going to tell you is this stevia. If you're allergic to ragweed and stuff, you can have a little, makes your mouth itch and stuff like that, because that's just a plant. You have to realize it's just ground up. Let me check our bread. It's getting there. It's not there quite yet. Sometimes I'll put a little shallot in with those eggs. Because onions is an antibiotic. It cleanses your blood. Eat a lot of onions if you can. Plus, you can take that with honey and, and make a kind of a little cough medicine with it. A little bit. Now, that's a lot of onion for 3 eggs. But it's so good for you. Y'all, after I got that chopper, the one that I demonstrated, now I paid for that. Nobody gave me that or endorsed it or nothing, but I'm going to tell you, I'm sure glad whatever. I got it because Got it on sale, you know. I'm gonna tell y'all, I can chop that food and Billy Jean can. He ate coleslaw, which he hadn't been able to eat for, I imagine, I'd say 2 years since he had those. Since that doctor said, "Oh yes, I'll fix you implants," and I'll put what the doctor said was, okay, we're going to take your teeth. We're going to extract your teeth because with your liver disease, you need your teeth extracted so they're all perfect. You know, no infections can get in them or nothing. So Billy Jean still had nice capped teeth that he'd got done 30 years ago in California. Well, they took them out thinking he's going to get nice teeth to replace those. So they made the upper and the lower thing. I don't know if I've told y'all this story or not, but I'll be like Grandma Lois or Granny Pat, I'll tell you again. So the doctor said, we'll make the upper and the lower beautiful, beautiful. Then when it come time to implant, of course it was going to take 6 months to implant them, and those implants that he thought the teeth were going to be a certain amount with the implants. The doctor didn't tell him. No, each implant is $5,000, and we've got to have 4 on the bottom and 2 or 4 on the top. That's $40,000. Well, you know, Billy Jean, he said, "The hell with that. I just won't eat, or I'll eat baby food." Well, that's what it's come down to. Because those teeth do not. See, the doctor must have known that the teeth wouldn't stay in the mouth as good as somebody getting just dentures some way. He knew what was going on. He probably shammed people out of money all along. So I just left Big Jean out in the cold. But I'm going to try to get another doctor I found can do, but he really has only trouble with that upper, and get one made to where he can eat or find a place where he can go. I told him maybe he'd go to Mexico, Billy Jean, maybe they could do it for you, because my stepdad and mom used to go down to the Mazatlan, and they had a dentist down there that did their teeth all the time they went. Really good, clean, wonderful people, but you know, with all this going on in the world, it'll be 20 years. And okay, let me get back to this. Okay, I've got my onions kind of sauteed. I'm going to turn them back up just a hair. I'm going to put about a half a teaspoon. I'm just going to sprinkle and make sure that this Geffen is the aluminum free baking powder. I'm just going to sprinkle that. I'm going to put about a half teaspoon in that jelly glass. And I'm just going to make sure I mix that in that jelly glass, because I don't want these, I'm going to put it in my eggs to fluff them up, but I don't want them to get that powder to get in there and get it hard and then make them bitter. So I just kind of, I'll just put that in my eggs. Then I'll go ahead and I don't have any cream today. We could use milk if we wanted to, but I guess I could. I think it makes the eggs a little smoother. I can make them just a hair smoother. Put some of this better, good, stronger kid milk in there. Just, I'm talking about just a smidge, a smidge, just a smidge. Okay. This is weird. Look what happened. Yeah, I don't know. I guess maybe that didn't cut all the way off. I bet it did though. If it did, I was telling y'all, I don't know how long that's been cut off, and I'm sorry. But I was telling y'all that I was putting baking powder in these and putting in that water, and so we didn't have, it just fluffs them up. That's what it does. So let me, I'm just going to pour those in with my onions there. I just wanted a little bit of onion this morning in my scrambled eggs. Not that you have to do it, but let me turn that on up. And then I'm just going to scramble these around. That'll make some big, kind of bigger lumps. Just unplug it. See now, I unplugged that. Some reason this microphone had gone down, and you probably couldn't hear me, and I'm sorry. But it's so hard for me to watch everything here when I'm trying to cook. And let me get our bread out at least. Okay, we got our bread. Well, they're not bread, they're our croissants. Our croissant. I'll hurry up and get this done so I can get Mother her coffee. And I'll get her. She loves this old white creamer. You know, just a plain old creamer. Like you used in 1952. There's our tea for later. We'll get some hot coffee out of here. I bought this Cavalier coffee machine for $4.99. These are the Cavalier carafes that I keep the coffee in. I got them for $1.50. And I wouldn't give up on this machine because it's never once stopped working. So there's Mother's cup of coffee, and I don't have a cup of coffee, but my cup is a little different. I'm going to use a big, one of these big jumbo cups. Well, it's hot coffee. trying to get our, I'll go ahead and use Mama's cream in mine this morning just to be doing it. Then I'm going to put, she doesn't like, I'm going to put a drop of stevia. Now this stevia is, well I told y'all, but I don't know if the microphone on. This is not stevia with the erythritol or whatever. This is plain stevia you get off of Amazon. And it takes a drop. I mean literally a drop for that whole cup of coffee. So cheers to y'all on the cup of coffee. I'm going to set these right here. Let me get a plate so I can get Mother's food fixed. And we'll get that done. I'll get one of the Avalon oak tree saucers, because that's about all she'll eat. So let's put us a little egg on it. See, that's glossy. See how glossy that egg is? That means it's not going to be dry. Alright, let's get her a, that's a top. Let's get her a top there. And I'll just cut that in half. Give a little more butter. Just a little more butter. See how that's scratchy? You know it's good when you get it like that. That's good. That is going to be such a good breakfast. Alright, now let's just put a little dollop of this Smuckers. I told y'all I got Smuckers, so we're going to do a little Smuckers on one. And then, if you want to be pretty, if you want to get pretty, then put a little parsley on it. If you got gas, use parsley. Just makes everything look a little better, doesn't it? Alright, that's what we're going to have right there. We're going to have a cup of coffee. We're going to have our scrambled eggs with onions. Our croissants from Sam's that we buttered and toasted. Cup of coffee on her little tray. And that's what we're going to have. I hope y'all have a great St. Patrick's Day. I'm trying to get on for live at night just as soon as I can, y'all. Usually by that time in the evening I am so exhausted I can't even carry a sentence with Mother. So I may have to start doing the lives earlier in the day or take a nap again, because I haven't been taking a nap, and you know that's detrimental to my health because I get so exhausted. God bless you, God bless us, God bless the United States, and we'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.